Genesis chapter 2, verse 15. And the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend and guide and keep it. Verse 16. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, You may freely eat of every tree of the garden. Verse 17. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and blessing and calamity, you shall not eat. For in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die. God has given us a lot of deposits, and the way we use God's deposit or resources determine our life. A life without a strategy, a life without a purpose is like a life of gamble. Life is not just what you give to faith. We are a product of what we think. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. And one of the resources God has given us is independent will. Your will is yours and not God. I've thought about definite purpose, and I said that purpose is the original intent for a thing. So your will is yours, it's not God. We are not robots in the hands of God. Yes, we are clay. We are pots. He is the potter. He made us. But he didn't make us as robots. He didn't make us to move right and left the way he wants us to move, and then he gives us to faith. No. He made us and gave us independent will. Ability to choose and not to choose. We are free to serve him. We are free not to serve him. So, when Jesus Christ himself got to the Garden of Gethsemane, as Jesus prayed, he said, My Father, if it be your will, let this cup pass over me. It was a battle of the will. Do I go and die for mankind? Do I go and be crucified? Or do I change my mind? The Bible recorded that his sweat was falling as if it's a blood. It was a battle of the will. And at the end of time, Jesus said, Not my will, but your will be done. So he submitted to the will of God. He chose. He can also choose not to submit to the will of God. Life is not about manipulation. It's your will. Somebody say, they use charm and they charm me. They collected. No, it's your will. Your will yielded to the seat. And so, it looks as if you were charmed. For as a man thinks in his heart, so he resists. The battle of man has always been the battle of his will. Adam and Eve, they ate of the fruit because of their will. They have desired it, and so they ate of it. Whatever you take responsibility of what you do. I'm a pastor, I'm a preacher, my will. Yes, God called me into the ministry. I can choose to say, God, I'm not interested. He won't kill me. You think God will kill me for saying I don't want to be a preacher? He won't kill me. Forget some of those stories people tell you. It's their will, a choice. We are responsible for our choice. We are not robots. God does not force anybody to serve him. He doesn't do that. Independent will means you are responsible for your will. He gave us independent will. We are responsible for whatever we do. Take responsibility of what has come your way, of what you do, and don't push the blame to anybody. Accept your mistakes. Accept your failures. Accept that you have failed in that area, and that is not the end of the war. And then tell yourself, I'm going to push forward again. That is independent will. He gave us independent will. He gave us a guiding conscience that guides us. As he gave us will, he gave us a guiding conscience. Our conscience makes us, we say, okay, is this good? No, this is all right. The guiding conscience. That is why we say, no, I can't do this. This will displease God. This action will not make God to be happy. Our guided conscience helps us in our choice in life. because God gives us independent will. He gave us a guiding conscience, and so we are free to choose in life.